I will find it.
I will order it off eBay.
I will raid every freaking arc that there is.
Do you know they're still doing Reading Rainbow on YouTube?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I'm going to have to check that out.
Rainbow.
But that should be totally freaking awesome. It definitely ups the panels and guests that are going to be there.
Yeah, that made it a big improvement.
So
I'm starting to worry there
huge
for a
jump.
bit.
Yeah, I was like, how are you guys going to try to compete with Salt Lake, which is really pushing it hardcore, if you're just going to stick with these kind of okay actors and actresses?
Now all they need to do is announce Patrick Stewart in a week, and then Will Wheaton.
Yeah, so we got Patrick Stewart, Will Wheaton.
Bring them in. We're good. We're done.
Can I just say, I would love to see Patrick Stewart and William Shatner do a lightsaber battle on a stage.
That would be cool.
It would make no sense. That's why it'd be amazing.
With a Power Ranger referee?
Yeah. Did you hear that William Shatner is actually ashamed of his sci-fi career? Like, as a traditional British actor, he's often said that he's
You mean Patrick Stewart?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did I say Swayze?
You said William Shatner.
Oh, yeah. Patrick Stewart.
He goes to all the conventions.
Well, he does, but he said that, not like a shame, but is more like he wishes his career would have been more from like traditionally acting on stage and stuff like that, like he did in Macbeth.
I'm sure when he goes to sleep on a pile of money next to his hot model wife.
Yeah.
That all goes away.
Yeah.
He's the voice of a fucking dude on American Dad. Like, come on. He's Professor Xavier.
Yeah. Which is funny, is it's really kind of the complete opposite of William Shatner, where we were talking about a few shows ago, or last show, that he got rewarded for his real kind of adding and support of the space race and travel towards space and anything like that. So
yeah,
pretty crazy though. But honestly, I don't care if he's into it or not into it. I'm totally am, and it's epic.
So there you go. That's Denver Comic Con, June 13th through the 15th at the Colorado Convention Center. Last week was our Denver Comic Con preview show. Make sure you check that out for more information. But if you haven't picked up a ticket yet, make sure you pick one up at Escape Velocity Comics right here in Colorado Springs, with 2 convenient locations. One on Tejon and Bijou next to the Everest Tibet store across the street from the Pita Pit. The other one on the First and Main Town Center at North Carefree and Powers in the gigantic Cinemark Shopping Center. Or check them out online at escapevelocitycomics.com. Go see Vicky, buy a ticket. It's all good. What was that noise? Oh,
It's dying. It's dying. Ooh, gotcha. Gibbous is in the chat room. We have a chatter.
Hi, Gibbous.
That's weird. That's kind of freaky. I've never seen one in this chat room.
That's what the noise was. So. All right, well, there we go. Now I'm done plugging stuff.
Yay! Nothing like a good plug-in.
Exactly. But coming up next is another fun segment of some music you haven't heard but you should be listening to. The band is A Place to Bury Your Bodies. Or just to bury bodies, not your bodies. A Place to Bury Bodies. You Are the One.
All right, and I'm cutting that out early because that's like the last 30 seconds of the song. But the rest of the song is pretty awesome, and if you like them and any of the other bands we have on our show, listen to us on SoLikeYouKnow.com.
You can check us out
I broke Chris.
You can check us out on Facebook and Twitter at SLYK Radio.
And don't forget, if you like to comment and see what we are up to during the week, check us out on Twitter or Facebook.
Why do you always repeat what I just said?
I don't know, I'm drinking.
Every time. It never fails. I say Twitter and Facebook, and then you're like, well, if you want to see what else we're doing, check us out on Twitter and Facebook.
Because I'm an idiot, that's why.
Whatever. Don't forget, our shows are weekly, 9:30 Mountain Time, right here, Spreaker.com/SLYK Radio.
And we also have an iTunes and Stitcher and RSS soon.
Skip that shit.
I've had a few people, they're like, where is it? It'll be there.
Download the Spreaker app. That's where it is.
Squeal? I don't know. Gibbous said squeal to the music. Gibbous was squealing at our music.
Gotcha.
I think he was doing a mating call.
Well, coming up next is our microbrew.
In review!
And as you know from the beginning of the show, we have been drinking the KCCO Black Lager all show long.
Delicious for me.
Regretful for me.
I think it's actually a really tasty beer. It's not too heavily carbonated. But it had a stronger taste, but it wasn't too hoppy. And I kind of like the way it lingers on the palate, but it wasn't too excessive.
I don't like the fact that it tastes like old coffee. I mean, it's not an overpowering taste. I can stand it. I just do not like the taste. Like, it's not bitter. It's not making me cringe. It's not making me go, blah. I'm just like, oh, this tastes like crap.
Yeah. Well, you like sweeter coffees, though, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. I like no sugar in my coffees and a little bit of milk now.
So, but I mean, you can taste the malt in it. There's some oaky overtones to it. If you like darker beers, I'm sure this is the one for you. I'll give one to Wayne. I'm sure he'll love it.
Probably.
But I'm not a fan. I gave it a 2.
Yep, and for me, I'm going to give it a 4.
Which means we gave it an overall 3.
And you know what? I wanted to bring this up. Last Friday, I went on a...
Friday.
Damn you.
Get down on Friday.
I went on a microbrew tour. It was the Denver Microbrew Tour.
Everybody's the
That was excessive. Kind of like repeating like everything you say.
Friday.
Stop it! You're not even drunk. But it was pretty awesome. It hit 4 different breweries: Rock House, Tap House, Rock Yard, Tap House, Breckenridge, and another one which I can't think of. Wine Coop.
I don't know why you're asking me. I wasn't there.
Yeah. But it's pretty awesome. Check it out. They have a website and a Facebook page, Denver Microbrew Tour. But if you like to hear about the beer we drink as well, you can check us out on Untappd. That's UNTAPPD. We're So Like You Know on there.
Yep.
I don't know what you're doing. Don't you play that! Don't play that!
Don't play what?
Don't play Friday!
I'm not doing anything.
Friday's a bad thing.
Nothing's happening. You just need to calm down.
You're gonna rape me with bad music.
No, I'm not. It's okay.
You rapist.
Don't worry.
You're a musical therapist.
Anyway, what's next, Bo?
What's after that is our Into It.
Not into it?
Oh, god damn you.
Yeah! Sing along, Bo.
God. Friday.
So glad Spotify exists.
Hate. Hey, Denver Beer Guy retweeted us.
Yeah, Denver Beer Guy.
Woo!
So, I'm broken again.
Exactly.
We're going to go over last week's Into It, Not Into It, which is, are you into or not into people taking advantage of tax-exempt status such as the NFL?
Yeah. Now, we had to do some research on the last show because I said that and Chris didn't believe me because it sounded so fucking absurd.
Correct.
But the NFL claimed non-profit status because they themselves are only an advertising committee.
They consider themselves like a promotion. Like they're not selling a commodity. They're not outwardly owning the teams. They're pretty much a governing body, and each team is in itself a separately owned business entity.
Now that is not untrue. But on the same note, they do license to the NFL.
Right, and the NFL has to license their merchandise. Like the Broncos can't just sell jerseys without the NFL logo on it. So they have to pay the NFL loyalties to use this. But I think on the same hand, the NFL designed the jerseys for them. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So it's all a big ball of crap.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Totally. And that just kind of brought me back to the whole me against nonprofits kind of thing. Where now, if it's for like animal rescue or orphanages, stuff like that, I completely approve. But where the church falls into it, I get kind of angry there. Where I don't agree that just because you're a religion, Christianity's, Scientology, Mormonism, any of those, you all of a sudden don't have to pay taxes because you're a nonprofit organization. That's a total load of fucking crap. And I don't agree with it whatsoever. I mean, what do you think, Mr. Weird Mouth?
Well, they don't really make any profit.
Well, they do, though. Because if they can renovate their buildings, pay their pastors...
That's all done from donations from the church.
It still makes money, though.
They're not profiting past their means. It's not like they're sitting there like buying freaking coasters and $1,000 toilet seats. They're taking that money and keeping their stuff up to date. And it's like Goodwill. Goodwill's non-profit, but they still have to pay their employees.
Yeah, but...
You can't expect someone to work for free. You know how much work a pastor does?
Of course. And... the pastors that do that stuff on the side, it's fine to pay a modest fee, but...
And that's the thing is, most of the time with pastors, they get a small, modest stipend. A lot of pastors I know actually make their money from weddings, funerals, things on the side that aren't necessarily affiliated with the church that they go out and do. I mean, typically a church will provide a house and like a small living stipend, like groceries and gas.
But now I can understand that, paying the pastor and stuff like that. If it were just that... Paying a director of an organization, sure. But they don't need, like, New Life, this giant-ass facility that is, 8 stories tall, or the Mormon church that looks like a freaking Roman castle.
Now, with New Life, that's actually... Have you been in there?
Yeah.
It's not the best construction in the world. It's a pretty cheap building.
But it's still too excessive.
And they fill it to the brim every service. They have 3 services on Sunday in standing room only.
And that's fine, but
so
I still think...
You'd rather them have a smaller building and have 8 services on Sunday?
I would say I'd rather them have the same size building. I would rather them have the slightly cheaper carpet. Yeah. They don't need 8 projection screens.
True.
And